Hello, how is everybody? Hey, so I wanted to jump on really quickly. Let me first introduce myself. I am Susan Budge. I am a co-founder and CEO here at Kiwi Lane. And I wanted to jump on and give everybody a close look at this new paper line that we've come up with called Quarantine Life, specifically because of everything that all of us that are dealing with right now, right? And I can tell you guys that I hope you guys are all surviving. It's definitely getting to a point where I'm getting a little cabin fever and I'm ready to get out of my home. But from my home to your home, let's hang out for a moment. And I want to just give you a close look. If you've already placed your pre-sale order, that's awesome. If you haven't and you're not quite sure yet, let me give you a close look and then you can decide for yourself if this is a paper line that will help you tell your story through this historical time. Now, here at Kiwi Lane, we are passionate about creativity, creativity expression. That's something that we're very passionate about. But we're also very passionate about providing tools that allow others to play their way to creativity, tools that are fun, but also allow you to have an end result that is fulfilling and cute. And but we're also very passionate about connections. So connections to ourselves, our own personal story, documenting that, but also connections to others, our families. And so that's why it's inherently just so, we were just so attracted to it, scrapbooking, that is, because it does combine those memories and the connections, the people in our lives, and through those memories and the stories that we have to share, and also creativity expression. Um, as I was personally thinking about a couple weeks into my quarantine life, I was really reflecting on the connections in my life, the people that are in my life. My 5 children and the connections that I have with them as we are quarantined together, and the people that I'm missing, and how important that they are to me in my life. And I just wanted a paper line that allowed me to document this historical time. And then, of course, often when, because we're true diehard scrapbookers ourselves, when we want a product, it's something that we hope that other people will want as well. So let me give you guys a close look at what I actually designed with all of that in mind. So, of course, to encourage all of us to document these moments, the challenges, the blessings, the samples of our new norm. I can tell you that I look I look really good this top of my half, but this top of the half doesn't match the bottom half. That's kind of a new norm, right? As we virtually connect with people. But how grateful I am for modern technology and just having a moment to encourage us to take pictures of all of these things that are happening around us. Of course, and then let me go ahead and start by sharing this. Let me pull that up here. So I actually was pondering on a name, and I decided to call this paper line Quarantine Life, mainly because of all of the things that I just shared with you, that I think for a lot of us, we're going to have a lot of random shots. I actually shared in another live that for me, I feel like my example, or what I'm going to do with my own memories during all of this, as I was looking through my phone feed, I was thinking I'm going to do black and white pictures. I think that I'm going to turn a lot of these random shots, because I just have so many random shots that I've just grabbed my phone and taken and just tried to capture the moment as it was happening. And then, of course, just like most things in our life, we capture it, we gather all of the details, and then we can get to a point where we actually document and scrapbook that. So let me go ahead and give you guys a close look at those. So the first paper line is, inside of this paper kit, actually, it includes 10 double-sided 12 by 12 sheets of paper. and then a variety of title cards. So 16 double-sided or 16 title cards that are also double-sided. So this one we just, well, I decided, we decided in general, but I wanted something vibrant and bright just because I knew all of our pictures are going to be in different shades of colors. Like I said, I plan to do mine black and white, but that still doesn't mean that there's going to be a variety of different moments that we capture. So trying to find the right color palette, I decided to go with bright because I feel like bright actually helps complement a lot of varieties, whether they're maybe a little bit more muted color pictures or if it happened to be where you're in good lighting. So just different scenarios. So this is actually one of the main patterns, as like we like to call it, and it includes a variety of the colors that you can see. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty close. And that is basically the coronavirus little symbol there. So just kind of the different symbols on that. That's a really fun line in itself, if it can be fun. But again, here at Kiwi Lane, we try to capture that, but also make it cute. Something that is, when it gets to the point that we can actually document that story. Here's another close look at another sheet. So these are some blenders, again, just to give you a close look at the color palettes, which you can see why my strategy with the black and white, just a little touch of black in there. So hopefully that inspires you guys in your own strategy as well. Here's the other one. Let me click over to that one. So here is a supporting stripe. Again, double-sided, so you get that nice, more, I don't know, tangerine orange in the background. It's really not tangerine, though. It's kind of a nice in-between, not too bright, not too muted. This one is actually pictures of your home. I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of pictures because I've been spending a lot of time in my home. And so on this graphic here on this main sheet, it actually says, stay home, save lives. And so just kind of capturing again this overall feel and essence of what's kind of going on as we are quarantined into our homes. And for most of us, connecting as a family, you know, having a lot of memories in that. This one right here, oh gosh, I wish I could zoom in actually now that I think about it. So hopefully you guys can zoom in. This one has little figures, people figures, male and female, and then it says 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. So it just has different 6 feet angles across, kind of representing that, the 6 feet guideline. All right, and then there is this one. I sure do love a good polka dot, but these layered together are really, really fun. So when you layer the main pattern, whether that's the house pattern that I just showed you with this one, of course, if you are a fan of the Play to Create system, allowing the borders and the fun borders to kind of frame your pictures, your overall pictures, and of course match the tone of all of what's going on. These are some background sheets. So you will actually get 2 of these sheets, and again they are double-sided to give you the option of variety to choose back and back. So I look forward to actually scrapbooking these when the time comes. And then of course 2 more for your background sheet. And then here's just a fun image that kind of gives you an overarching feel of how they all layer together. And again, just a big picture of that color palette and the mood, and then of course just the patterns and the colors working together. Now I did want to give you guys a close look really quickly at our title cards that come in this kit. I know that I've also shared this through another live, but just as I was absorbing and, you know, just digesting and absorbing and just everybody's different scenarios as you guys were posting and sharing and different things that you were encountering, we tried really hard to get a good variety of different title cards in there. So whether that's, you have a senior that is not graduating, or children that are homeschooling right now, children that are bored. I know for me, my 8-year-old son, he's doing really, really good. He's being really good. I think this last week was his first week that's just kind of like, I really want to go play with my friends. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, just a little bit longer. So he's getting bored. He's getting bored. And of course, any mom that has a child that says they're bored, you try to think of some. No, actually, the thing that I think about is, well, why don't you go clean the kitchen? Why don't you go? And then they stop telling you that they're bored, right? That's usually how it works. Here's a couple more images of some of those title cards. Pajamas all day, every day. I had another pajama day yesterday, I'm not going to lie. Never underestimate the power of a woman with a sewing machine. And then it's hidden, but there is like a little mask, because I've been so inspired by so many of you guys sharing your talents of sewing and going way and above and beyond to use that talent, your scraps of fabric, and put them to use. It's just so inspiring. And I hope all of you, sorry, I'm going to take this off really fast. I hope all of you have put yourself in one of those pictures. If it's you sewing, then as silly as it may sound, I hope that you asked one of your kids or your spouse to come in and just snap a picture, a moment in time, and so that you can document that, so that you can tell that story in one fashion or another. And of course, as scrapbookers, my preferred choice of telling a story is through pictures. So try to capture the story as it's happening. And then creative distractions. Here at Kiwi Lane, we've been trying to stay engaged ourselves. And of course, creativity is the best therapy out there. And just with our crafting events, trying to have some fun challenges and just encouraging to use your time, since the time is going to pass anyways, to accomplish some of those projects that we have on our list. And to reminiscent about the memories. Sometimes it's hard to see the blessings in despite of all the chaos and the turmoil, but to be reminded that life is good, that this is a time and a season, and this will pass. So crafting those memories. Okay, so we're all in this together, even if we can't hold hands right now. And I think that that's so true, because there's not one of us, in the whole world, around the globe, that has not been somewhat impacted. Every one of us has a story, a perspective, an outlook that we have to share during this time. Of course, classic TP panic. So a journal card to document. Many of you guys have taken pictures. Many of you guys have shared those pictures, which I'm grateful for. And so, so just documenting that story as well. Here are some other ones. Let me give you a close look. So documenting our everyday heroes. So the essential workers, documenting about that. Whether you have a picture or not, I think it's great to have some kind of imagery, which this title card could be a great imagery, and then adding some journaling. So not along with capturing your story through pictures, I encourage you to be taking some little notes as well, whether that's in your journal, your notebook, a post online to reference back once you get to actually scrapbooking these memories. Just having a reminiscence of something to reference, I guess, on your feelings, what you observed, all of that stuff. Many of you guys have family, loved ones that are everyday heroes. Before they leave out the door, say, I need to take a picture of you really fast. again, just to document. If they're not going to document their story, then we could document their story with our story, right? Just another day in quarantine life. So I'm sure that's going to match to a lot of your guys' pictures you're taking right now. Let me throw these ones up. So another title card. So lots of title cards, a lot of moments for you to capture your thoughts and things that you were thinking about, things that you came to your attention. I know for me, I was sharing that it's interesting to me to watch my own teenage children notice more things, the little things around us. And so maybe because things have slowed down, we start to appreciate the little things that are in front of us more often. So really, and I know I'm not the only one. I've seen many people post about that same outlook and perspective, and it is worth documenting. And then, of course, hoping to remind us when all of this is over to appreciate those little things a little bit more in our lives. Okay, so really quickly, we did add this one in after some people requested it. A lot of men, growing their beards. My own father, I don't think I've ever seen him with a beard. Never. I don't think I've ever seen him with a beard. And he's definitely got this gray beard growing. We told my dad if he kept growing his beard, he could be Santa Claus when it came around to Christmas time. So here are some other looks. So working from home memories, lots of memories there. Zoom meetings. I don't know about you guys, but Zoom meetings where they're choppy and you're like, wait, what did you say? Say it again. Wait. And then somebody's dinging in and out and children screaming in the background. But again, grateful for technology so that we have the option to even have those opportunities to still meet together, even though we can't be together. A lot of you guys are keeping news articles, printing them off. I think that's awesome. Again, just having all of those moments to gather them together so that you can actually get to the point when you're ready to document them. Church at home, and then of course we may be distant, but we can still be social, and that's something that we believe here at Kiwi Lane. Again, just because we are very passionate about connections, and so we wanted to make sure to encourage us to still stay connected, to still encourage us to still be social, even though we may be distant. Along those lines, we actually came out with 2 new designer templates. If you're new to Kiwi Lane, we actually use the designer templates to help us as a designing tool. So I recommend checking it out. And then we use it as a template. So it's a very simple process. So we wanted to offer 2 more designer template a la cartes to go along with this paper line, which was inspired by the paper line. And this one, Call Together, again, reminding us of the people that are in our lives, right? And to remember how special those people are in our lives. And then also reminding us that we're all in this together. There's not one of us that is not affected one way or another through this whole thing. And then here is another one. This is called Contagious. So again, this is so help you document the coronavirus. This can also be really fun too. We try to really make sure that our designs that we work out can be used in a variety of different ways so that you have multiple use out of those, because of course with our designer templates, we want to encourage you to use your paper stash. And then the great thing about these embellishments is that you can use them over and over again. So I think that could still be a lot of fun to use on a variety of different memories, not just the coronavirus memories that we're having right now during our quarantine life, during this history time. We were having a hard time deciding. I'll give you guys a little behind the scenes for anyone that might find this interesting, but we were having a hard time deciding what to name this designer template, to put a name with it. You know, it definitely is more of a limited edition. It is, in that sense, a collector item, and we only have it available during the pre-sale. And we ended up deciding with the name Contagious. And I think that I wanted to focus on that because I wanted it to remind us also that, yes, we are dealing with this pandemic, right? And it goes along with what's happening right now in our lives. But I also wanted it to be something that to remind us that other things that are actually contagious, like kindness and grace and hope and compassion, and that as times get hard, that we can remember to be that light of kindness and compassion, and that when we do so, that can be contagious for other people to be kind and compassion and to allow people to express their story the way they want, but to be there to support in any way that you can. So again, I've seen so many of you guys being examples of this, so inspiring in many levels. So that is a close look at life. So again, if you already placed your pre-sale order, I just wanted to give you a look so that you can, again, have a closer look, little bit about why we created it, for multiple personal needs, because first and foremost, we are scrapbookers ourselves. But also so that if you haven't and you've been thinking about it, you still can. We actually have the pre-sale going through till tomorrow. So if you have a creative partner, then make sure to go and use their share link. If you've already created an account, then your account is already linked to your creative partner that referred you to Kiwi Lane. So you can definitely jump on, and then of course it's just under the pre-sale in our shop. So that is a close look at that. Let me quickly look and see if any of you guys had any questions before I leave you on this. Oops. There we go. Oh, good. Laura, I love the whole collection. Need to start taking pictures even though we are still working. Yes, Laura. And I think that's the other reason why we wanted to give encouragement, because I even found myself kind of just getting trapped in the busyness of school and work and adjusting to the new norm, that we need mental reminders to say, wait, it's important to document these things. So step back, take a quick picture, and then of course move on. But you gotta get those pictures in so that you have something to remember it by. Such love. Pictures are such a big impact as far as telling my story. So so how do you get the pre-sale? You can go into the shop under Kiwi Lane, and it's in the pre-sale category. So I think that is about it. Oh, Joanne, how about one that says I gained 5 pounds because I can't stop eating? I'm right there with you, Joanne. I literally had this conversation with a friend yesterday on the phone about how I feel like my pants aren't fitting. And at this point, yeah, completely. All right, guys, well, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Again, I hope that this gave you a little closer look at this, and keep playing, keep creating, and keep connecting in your lives. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.